Hey guys, this is Carrie at holisticspsychic.com bringing you the last quarter moon episode of Tarot for the Soul. Today's video is going to be me just showing the cards because I had to have some dental work done the other day. My face is a little bit swollen and hopefully I'll be back on track with the usual video filming next week, but for today I'm just going to show the cards. As usual, we're going to start by talking a little bit about the astrological highlights that are happening with the aspects this week, and then we're going to look into the cards for some additional sacred wisdom teachings as I'm also channeling whatever guidance wants to come through for us. So astrologically this week, overall, we do have an expansive energy that's motivating us to shine our light into the world, contribute our gifts to the world. And this is being inspired by the Sun-Mercury conjunction that we have going on this week. And we have Mars in Leo, which also inspires individual expression. However, we do have some challenges to navigate through. This Mars in Leo is opposite Jupiter, which is retrograde, in the sign of Aquarius, which brings our attention a little bit more inward. So there's a little bit of opposition or attention between the part of us that wants to be out and about, expanding, expressing, and the part of us that is being drawn a little bit more inwardly with our focus with the Jupiter retrograde. So the Sun-Mercury conjunction also, like I said, is what's contributing to this expansive, motivating energy, but it is opposite Saturn, which is all about structure, timeline, responsibilities, foundations, details, things like that. So the best way for us to work with this energy is to harness the power of our motivation to find ways to work through anything that feels like a little bit of a restriction, block, or challenge that is presenting itself in our lives right now that feels like it might be standing in the way of your growth. This week, the energy is really supporting us in rededicating ourselves towards our personal expansion and finding ways to expand out in the world despite what might feel like blocks. Now, with this, we can look towards the Sun-Moon square that's happening this week. To me, okay, so the sun is about individuality and expression, while the moon is our inner being, our emotions, our intuition. So for me, the message is about allowing our intuition to be what guides us in the direction of our expansion. Now, with the energy that we've got going on astrologically this week, it feels like rather than trying to push or force your way through what feels like setbacks, delays, obstacles that are connected to this Sun-Mercury conjunction opposing Saturn, it's best to sort of surrender to allowing yourself to just dive in or tap into your intuition, and again, let that be what guides you. Pushing or forcing is not the course of action this week. It's more about being aware of the energies, being an allowance of the energy, and finding ways to navigate through that through the use of your own personal intuitive guidance. A really good way to develop your knowledge in astrology is to stay in the know around what the transiting aspects are each week, and then feeling into how is this personally influencing my life. For example, I would say that this week, my block or restriction is having to slow down a little bit and take time to heal because of the dental work that I had done. And so all of us are going to have our own ways in which this Sun-Mercury conjunction opposite Saturn is going to impact us. But I invite you to be aware of how it's showing up for you. I find that knowing the energy that's happening astrologically helps to inform me as to how to best navigate through the energy in the most efficient ways. And so that's why I like to share with all of you what's going on astrologically is each week, at least as far as like the highlighted aspects that are happening. So overall, again, reclaiming our dedication to contribute our light and gifts into the world, using your intuition to discover ways to navigate through anything that feels like a challenge, delay, or setback, and remaining committed to manifesting what your creative dreams are in your life right now. So we also have the last quarter moon happening on the 31st in Taurus. Taurus is all about foundations, structures, perseverance. And so the tarot spread that I'm going to do today is aligned with the energies that are happening now with this last quarter moon. I'm going to look at 4 cards today. And so here we go. I'm going to take a moment just to give these a few shuffles here, setting sacred space. Anytime I do a tarot reading, whether it's on these videos or with people in person, while I'm shuffling, I'm always taking time to intend that the information that comes through is in alignment with highest vibrational guidance possible. Everything is truthful, clear, and in divine alignment. I'm going to take this time now also to share with all of you that I do have my fall tarot course is coming up starting September 9th. Registration is now open. You can check out all the details on my website. The course is going to be live streamed each week, and then there's going to be on-demand playback options as well. It's an 8-week course, 12 hours total. Within this course, you're learning how to read them for yourself and others. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what 4 cards want to come up today. Oops. Okay, so first card we're looking at in regard to the last quarter moon energies, and let me just remind all of you that last quarter phase of the moon is all about harmonizing and balancing whatever has been in the process of expressing for this lunation cycle. It's also about releasing, clearing away anything that has served its purpose or anything that's ready to be released. So the first card that we're going to look at today is what's establishing, what is balancing or establishing energetically this week for the collective. And let me just see what wants to come up. Feels like it's this card here. All right, so we have the Sun card coming up reversed. When this card shows up right side up, it's all about radiance, expansion, rebirth, renewal. It's always a good sign that we are in alignment with our highest and best reality, our highest and best timeline. It's energy that encourages us to expand in alignment with our highest goals and dreams and passions. So when it shows up reversed, to me, this is about embodiment. Embodying our light, embodying our exuberance, embodying our expansion, really embodying our sense of what brings meaning and purpose in our life. This is a perfect representation of the sun squaring the moon aspect that's happening this week. Okay, so we literally have the Sun card here, and so the exuberance in the reverse position is more inward. So a part of embodying your exuberance might look like gaining clarity through journaling. With the Saturn aspect coming in, I would recommend some physical movement because Saturn is earth energy. So finding your balance in those ways. As we're looking at this card representing what's being balanced or established, it is that, taking some space for embodying your light, embodying your exuberance, which ultimately is going to lead to more clarity around how you do feel guided to take action as the energies are shifting, which will happen in another week or so when we have the next new moon. Okay, the next card that we're going to look at, what's falling away? What's coming into completion this week? the Three of Wands also showing up reversed. When this card shows up upright, it's an indicator of growth. Again, it's expansive energy, it's fruition, it's things beginning to manifest based on efforts you've already set in motion. When the card comes up reversed, it can indicate that now is a really good time to pause, reflect, step back, refocus, sort of looking at the big picture again, rather than getting caught up in the details, stepping back, gaining a broader view of the path you're intending for yourself, and reconsidering new pathways forward, new strategies, new structures to implement. So in regard to what's falling away this week is exuberant action. And again, the challenge may be in being in peace with that. Through taking some time out for stillness and reflection, in the long run, it will mean clearer paths opening in the future. So this does speak of collectively, we're all in a space where we can harness the power of the energies that are happening this week for reconsideration and reflection around our goals and dreams in ways that will enable us to make more headway more efficiently around the corner. Next card, what's calibrating? So if this is what's balancing or establishing, and this is what's clearing or releasing, let's take a look at how these two energies are alchemizing and calibrating an energy for us. The Knight of Pentacles also reversed. Reverse isn't negative at all. It just puts a different spin on the messages that come through the cards. This card reversed in the position of what's the energy that's calibrating, again points us in the direction of not so much leaping into action, but really having some conscious consideration around how you are feeling guided. You know, the overarching message that's coming up this week with the astrology, again, is we're all feeling guided to fully shift into our exuberance, sharing our light and our gifts with the world. So this is big, and taking some time to really sense and feel into how you feel guided along those lines, again, in the long run, is going to establish structures and foundations underneath you that are going to support your intentions and efforts and growth even more so. This can also indicate a time of gaining more clarity around what your soul gifts are, having the awareness of that for yourself, so that you really have a clear idea as to what you feel guided to express, what you feel guided to contribute, and again, developing the foundation for that. The last card we're going to take a look at today is the overall message from Spirit, the energy that's being activated, which is the Six of Cups reversed. What's being activated is a new vision. When this card comes up reversed, things that used to work for us aren't really working for us anymore. Things that we used to value, things that we used to think we needed in order to be happy, we're realizing are shifting and changing. So this is like new paradigm, new awareness, new sense of what we all value in our lives right now, which is a natural part of soul evolution. As we become more awake and aware spiritually, it's natural that our sense of values shift to align with the new awarenesses that we have. This could manifest in our lives individually this week, having a little bit of a highlighted awareness around what we don't feel fulfilled with in our lives. But we don't want to get stuck on what we don't feel fulfilled with. We want to use that to inform us as to how we can shift our focus, our energy, our intentions, our efforts, our actions in ways that will maximize and bring us back on track. Maybe taking some time to review, how can I optimize my joy and fulfillment in the foundation of my domestic life, my personal life, my home life, and allow fruitfulness to grow, expand, flourish from there. All in all this week, we all feel like a guidance to be out in the world, sort of like getting on with our life. But the energy of the astrological aspects are also guiding us in the direction of just hang on, chill, take some time for introspection, feel into things a little bit more before leaping into action. And the result will be more aligned manifestations on the other side. So let me know in the comments how this is shaping up for all of you guys this week, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love, guys, blessings, and namaste.